Hello friends, welcome to our YouTube channel SRIP EduFarm. I am Tilotma Sahu, Assistant Professor at SRIP Kumari. Today I am giving lecture in second part of the topic epidemiology. So in the first part of this topic, I explained about the definition of epidemiology, their uses and factors responsible for spread of disease and their mode of transmission. So to prevent the spread of disease, there is need to pay attention in some points like wash your hands, get vaccinated, use antibiotics, stay at home if you have signs and symptoms of an infection. Be smart about the food preparation. Pay special attention to clean the hot zone in your home. Don't share personal items. Travel wisely. Keep your pets healthy. Next is role of doctors in preventing the communicable disease. First is controlling the reservoir, in which first point is early diagnosis. Once the doctor diagnoses the disease, they precise the treatment and they investigate investigate all of the things like the cause of the disease. They study the time, place, and persons and distributions of the disease and cause of the disease. And once the doctor diagnoses the disease, they follow the three major points. First is notification, means the doctor notify activity of patients and their reports. Second major part is isolation. They isolate the patients. They do not allow to meet any other person or family members. And third point is quarantine. Next, interruption of the transmission, in which breaking the chain of transmission, and the best way to break the chain of transmission is isolation. Next, susceptible host. First is active immunization, passive immunization, then combined active and passive immunization. Active immunization means the process of stimulating the body to produce antibody. Okay, active immunization means it is the process of stimulating the body to producing antibody and other immune responses through administration of vaccines or toxins. That is active immunization. And passive immunization is the transfer of antibodies to an unprotected individuals for prevention or treatment of disease. Next, non-specific measures. Under the non-specific measures, it comes better housing, water supply, sanitation, nutrition and education. And legislative measures are to formulate an effective implementation of measures. Next, when patient affected by some foreign body, their immune system get activated to protect from foreign body. But sometimes we need to give immunological products. So to understand the immunological system, we have to study about immunology. So what is immunology? The immunology is the study of host defense mechanism, and the term immunity is the ability of the host to protect itself against foreign organism. And whole immune system comprises of tissues, cells, and molecules which mount the immune responses. Classification of immunity. It is classified into two major things, natural and acquired. What is natural? Natural immunity means it's trigger your immune system to make the antibodies against the germs. And acquired immunity means the immunity acquired by either by the infection or vaccination or by transfer of antibody from an immune donor. That is acquired. And acquired immunity again classified into active and passive immunity, and active immunity again classified into natural and artificial, and passive immunity, acquired immunity again classified same as natural and artificial. So comes to natural immunity. I have explained that it is act as the first line of defense against the infection, eliminating most potential pathogens before they establishing an overt infection. It may consider as the level of species, races, and individuals. Means again, if we again classify the natural immunity, it is classified into species immunity, racial immunity, and individual immunity. Means species. What is species? Species immunity. It refers to the total or relative refractoriness to pathogens showed by all members of the species. It may be due to the differences, physiological and biochemical differences between the tissue of different host species. Means we can understand like that species immunity means it is that in which a disease affecting one species does not affect the other species. Okay, species immunity is that in which the disease affecting one species does not affect the other species. Okay, that is the species immunity. Next is racial immunity. Within a species, different races may show differences in susceptibility to infections. This is known as racial immunity. Means in which various breeds show marked differences in their resistance to certain infections disease. That is called as racial immunity. Next is individual immunity. Means differences in immune resistance showed by different individuals in race is known as individual immunity. Now comes to the acquired. Okay, we have studied the natural immunity. Next part is acquired immunity. The acquiring of immunity from outside source is known as acquired immunity. It refers to an immunity that is developed by the host in its body after exposure to the suitable antigens. Okay, and there are two components of cell, lymphocytes. First is lymphocytes and second is antigen presenting cells. These immunities initiated by the recognition of a foreign antigen. Okay, these two constituent cell groups are this immunity is initiated by the recognition of a foreign antigens and the response to this recognition. It is highly adaptive and has four important features. First is antigen species specificity, second is diversity, and third is immunological memory, and fourth recognition self from non-self. So antigen specificity means acquired immunity is extremely antigenic species specificity as it acts as a particular microbial pathogen. Okay, it acts as a particular microbial pathogens or foreign macromolecules. Next is a diversity uh, means we can say it is able to specifically recognize billions of different structure of foreign antigens. That is the diversity. What's this? It is the ability to specifically recognize billions of different structures of foreign antigens. Next, immunological memory. Once the acquired immune system has recognized and respond to an antigen, it is able to respond to this antigen more quickly and strongly following a sequenced exposure. Okay. That is immunological memories. Next is the recognition of self and from non-self. Okay, self from non-self. So the immune system almost always recognizes self and non-self antigens and responds only to non-self antigens. This term non-self antigens means foreign particles, foreign materials. So the immune system not act, not affect on the self-recognized antigen. It's only act on the non-self. That means from outer side of antigens. It acts on the foreign particles only. So acquired adaptability, again classified active immunity, passive immunity. Next, active immunity means it is the production of immunity against particular organism after exposure. It is the production of immunity against the particular organism after exposure. It is again classified into natural active immunity and artificial. So natural, in the natural active immunity, this immunity develops by natural process like infections. The infection like smallpox are cured by the active functions of immune system. And next, artificial active immunity. Here, instead of natural infections, infection is created artificially by using various type of vaccines. For example, polio vaccines, cholera vaccines, etc. Action of lymphocytes and antigen presenting cells. So lymphocytes, they possess a antigen binding cell surface receptors. And next is the antigen presenting cells. They have class 2 MHS. MHS means major histocompatibility complex. They have class 2 major histocompatibility complex on their surface, and they present antigens to lymphocytes. This is immune responses is two types: humoral immune response, cell mediated immune response. Now comes to the passive immunity. So acquiring of the antibodies passively from an immunized donor to non-immunized recipient is known as passive immunization. It's again classified into two types: natural passive immunity and artificial passive immunity. So in natural passive immunity, it occurs when antibodies are transferred from the donor to the recipient in a natural manner. Okay, so that is called as natural passive immunity. For example, transfer of antibodies from the mother to the fetus through the placenta, that is natural manner. And second part is artificial passive immunity. The transfer of antibodies and sensitized lymphocytes from immunized donor to non-immunized recipient. That is the artificial passive immunity. For example, antibodies produced in the horse serum and GMOS. That is artificial passive immunity. So different types of the vaccines are available: bacterial and viral vaccines, like uh, live vaccines, for example, BCG vaccines, that is bacterial vaccines. And when we comes from this, viral vaccines, for the viral vaccines, measles vaccination, pump vaccination, rubella vaccination, etc. are available. And toxide vaccines, in the under the toxide vaccines, diphtheria vaccinations, tetanus vaccinations available. And genetically engineered hepatitis B vaccinations, that is viral vaccines, are available. So comes to the immunological preparation. These are the substances or agents which are used to produce immunity in an individual. Okay, immunological preparation. They are mainly used for the prevention of disease, for example, vaccines. So mainly used for the prevention of disease. Classification of immunological preparation. First, this is classified into three parts. First, diagnostic preparation containing bacterial toxins, preparation containing antibodies, and third is preparation producing active immunity vaccines. So active immunity vaccines against classify into five types. Live attenuated vaccines, example BCG is smallpox, for the vaccine for the smallpox and BCG. Then killed vaccines, cholera, plague, influenza, rabies, and toxide. Third is toxide vaccines, tetanus, for example, tetanus toxide, diphtheria toxide. Fourth is bacterial cell components vaccines. For example, Haemophilus influenza type B vaccines. And fifth is viral subunit vaccines. For example, hemagglutinin, neuraminidase. Okay, these are the classification of immunological preparation. So thank you very much.